You've certainly done less with more in the past. You managed to set up a solid processing system, but it comes with a slew of new problems. You struggle finding enough water to keep the sluices from jamming. Your biggest challenge is storage. Seems like every move you make just creates more things you then have to deal with. It reminds you of being stuck in the mud. The worst thing you can do is try to move too fast. The second worst thing you can do is move too slow. Hello everybody, I'm Trimbark Tree and welcome back to Sandustry and welcome back to Emberleaf. I am really excited, you guys, because I took someone's advice and I made a list of all the things I want to do today. So let's see how far we get. First off, I want to build a buffer for red sand somehow, and I'm thinking like way over here. We'll have the red sand go over and then loop back, and I want to do this so that I can send a whole bunch and it doesn't just get stuck right up here, because that could be a problem, maybe. And I'm thinking maybe I need to do a wet sand buffer here too, and I have some ideas, so I don't know. We'll see what happens, guys, but you guys have left some really awesome comments in the last couple episodes, and so I am just so excited to implement some of them. One of them being is somebody noticed I totally screwed up my spore washer here and put pumps instead of liquid vents. So I thought I was just being a dummy and didn't hook up the pipes, but they noticed that. Awesome, thank you. Where is it? Liquid vent here. This is what we want, and so if I get rid of that, place that, is this all of a sudden gonna work? What's going on? There's no water. Did I not hook up the pipes? Well, now I'm confused. Or did that delete the pipes? What's going on here, game? Okay. Weird. There. Now they are working. Okay, so I didn't hook up the pipes, but I did also I did also screw it up in other ways. Okay, awesome. This seems like it's working really well. Another thing to mention, I decided I did have to get the faster Flux Emanator mod, because what I really want is for this, like, here's what I thought. I want to be able to break this thing, and if we don't get the faster Flux Emanator, there's pretty much no way I can. That's kind of what I'm thinking. I want to see like how ridiculous the throughput can get on this. So the way to do that is the faster Flux Emanator. And I just remembered at the end of the last episode, I finally got enough Fluxite to unlock the thing I wanted the whole time, which is triple burst here. Finally, we have it. But yeah, as you can see, just while I was talking, this thing burned through all that void bloom. Isn't that's kind of crazy. But if I didn't do this, also, we would definitely have a pedal problem here. Like, this thing would jam up, and basically I'd have to ship all this void bloom somewhere else. But just thinking about that made me realize, oh, you know what? I need to have a ton more red sand here. So today we need to, for one thing, we need to go mining and find some red sand and do some logistics to get that stuff up here. But also, I think we need to make some space for red sand somewhere else. So let's start with that. And I think I am gonna go like pretty far, and I am gonna go up here because I think I'm gonna move that whole red sand line over. Okay. Am I ever gonna have more than 2 of these? I could probably do 3, but here, I think it's fine to just build. We'll just build our buffer over here. Where is it? I'm gonna do a filter on top so the red sand can just fill up like that. And we'll go like this. Oh, nice. Whoa. Oh, there's a bunch of water over here. Very cool. I wonder if I should melt it? That seems fun. Maybe later. Maybe later. Okay, here, let's build a big old box here. And I'm gonna put a conveyor belt. I know I didn't need to put the blocks there, but we're gonna do a conveyor belt this way, and then the sand can launch back up. And basically what this is doing is giving us an area that can fill up and store a bunch of red sand if that's the only thing we're sending up, you know? Just for a while. And so here, let's go like this. I don't know how many launchers I really need out of this thing, but maybe one more is a good idea. There. I want to move this down. I'm going to move this down. I don't need to be that close. There we go. Okay. And now conveyor belt back this way. And, ooh, it ended up one below that one. I actually think I can move it up. That was a mistake. Let's move it up one. Here. And go like that. Delete that. And move this up. Why won't it move? There we go. Okay. Launchers, and then we're almost done with this project. But I need to put the blocks that way, and I'm going to build a bunch of launchers here to make sure that this thing can fill up. And also moves this way. Here, this just doing this will help this box fill up a lot more if we get a bunch of red sand. Now we can finish this over here. Get rid of that. Go like this, and I'm gonna. Now I can actually get rid of this here because we're gonna move that up, or not get rid of it. Just move it up. Let's see, right there. I think that's okay. And, well, do I really need 3 launchers here and only 2 over there? I see. Whoa, 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 whoa. I always forget what thing I have on my toolbar. There we go. All right. We'll do this right here. And go like that, and just a bunch of launchers here. That should be fine. Whatever, you do you, red sand. All right, and that also gave me the idea. What if I okay, I'm having a hard time articulating this. I think I could maybe move move this whole launcher up here and basically have it drop out anything that's wet sand, and then everything else can continue and go a different way. Or maybe I could even do that earlier or in a different location. Like right here, this drops out, or this is all wet sand by the time it gets here, but it will have other stuff too, right? Yeah, this is allow sand. That's allow everything except wet sand. Ooh. Yeah, no, that still works, but like right here, if I just sent wet sand up this way, then I could kind of move this whole storage somewhere else, and then I would be able to just like collect all the random junk that isn't wet sand, as far as like, which is pretty much all this stuff, put it in here, kind of deal with it later. I know I just explained that idea, but I don't know that I'm going to do it right now. I think it's good, but we'll maybe get back to that. What I want to do actually right now is go do some mining, because it's been a long time since I did, and we need some red sand. And I'm just trying to find what is the oh, you know where the closest red sand is? It's the giant trees, and in fact, I need to do that, so let's fly back out of here. I completely forgot about the giant red tree right here. Okay, so let's here, I guess I have a pretty good line right here. Let's just continue mining some of this. I do want to do a lot more exploring though. I've barely scratched the surface on this map. I mean, for the most part. So I think there's a lot more cool stuff to check out, but I kind of want to fill up our red sand buffer right away. I think it can only be good for us at this point. Here we go. Oh, you know what? I'm wasting our time right now, because what I really need to do is clear this out. We're going to use up all that fluxite. And I'm noticing right now while I'm doing this that we have a pedalopocalypse going up there right now. And I definitely should try to redesign this so that the gold will get out of there no matter what. Because the gold jamming up in that corner, that's rough. The thing is, I said I want to break this thing. I want to be able to break this thing and just see how much throughput it can really handle. Right there, that's a good example. Not having any red sand immediately causes this thing to break. So let's think about how I can fix it right now. Like if I go like this to just let this box fill up a little bit more. And also, what if I did launchers like that? Or will this slow me down? I don't know. I kind of want to see if this whole thing can fill up with petals and not ruin everything. Although, nothing's quite ruined right now. Okay, we got a bunch of red sand going out. Oh, I forgot. Electric, the guy who made the abandoned facility and a ton of mods and the custom Maploader, he sent me this, which is a texture pack update for the cell icon, and I think this looks way better. Like I like that it doesn't have the black lines, so you can easily see how big your gold pile is, whereas like in the regular ones, the vanilla ones, you can't tell very well, or at least I can't. So I like this. I think this is cool. Here. But now we have a ton of fluxite, which we would have gotten anyways. It just would have taken light years longer. But now we can upgrade our rocket and our gun. Oh, this is awesome. I'm like super excited about this. Let's go in there. Let's see what we have. We have 3,600. What's the smartest way to spend this? Part of me thinks rocket launcher, because we're really trying to get red sand, and even with super fast gun. But I know these get expensive. So, but the other part of me is maybe I do that. I'll spend 1,000 on that, and then we can spend the rest up here. Okay, sweet. Okay, well, we had enough to upgrade everything, so that's awesome. That's amazing. Yes, yes. This is great. If I do, oh, that's block. I don't want that necessarily. Let's go like this and build a conveyor. That. Here. Oh. I'm gonna, can I override this? Control. There we go. Alright. Nice. Oh, well, one ended up being a block, but that's okay. There. Now we can keep mining this, and we'll see. We'll probably, I think I definitely want to build that wet sand buffer. I'm just trying to think how to get everything besides wet sand off of that line and somewhere else. Like, I think if I had planned ahead, I could have done it in a lot smarter way, but I didn't. I did not. So I guess it is what it is, friends. We'll figure it out. I've realized I do this to myself all the time. I pin myself in with these constraints that make it like almost impossible to come back from, because it would mean just moving everything, and I don't want to because I'm lazy. So it happens every time, and you know, sorry. I guess is what I was trying to say. I'm just we got a lot of red sand up though. Doing that. Oh yeah, check this out. How is this thing working? I could probably do this smarter. Is this faster? Seems like it. What if I get rid of these ones too? So it's just a wall. Nope, that's definitely not faster. And that's not what I wanted. Launcher number 6, like this. Okay. So this is apparently the fastest that's going to be. But let's see, we got a long ways before it falls down and gets back over here before we can start unloading sand. Speaking of wet sand, yeah, we don't really have that much there. I wonder if we just continue with the tree destruction, because that will allow us to make a gold pit down here, and among other things. Let's see here, conveyor belts. I'm just gonna go like this and like that, and most of that will just build itself. All right. What's going on here? Oh, stuck pixel. Nice, classic. Maybe too many extra rockets there, but man, it feels nice to have a bunch of rockets now. Oh, and this gun. Whew. Finally. Finally. Okay. We haven't really done any cave logistics yet, but this just seemed to be way more convenient and necessary. So sometimes you just gotta give up on your dreams for stuff like that, you know? I'm hoping maybe next time. But look at this. We got a lot of stuff coming at us. It feels really good to have that much possible red sand storage, so we just kind of don't have to worry about that, at least for a little bit. That's kind of the dream. Let's launch a few more rockets. All this stuff. And I guess while I'm doing this, I should think about, where do I really want gold? Like, do we essentially fill the tree, you know? Just take it straight down from here because everything's built this way? I actually don't think so. I think I need to kind of build it down this way so that gold coming out of our second one, wherever we end up lining that up, can just fall straight down. It doesn't have to go over and try any shenanigans. See, this is an example of me planning ahead. I need to talk it out, otherwise I will definitely make the same mistakes I always make. But we're having some good progress here today, I think. And once the red sand can get back for our mixer here, I think we can start letting sand through. I don't see any red sand yet though, so I don't know. We'll see about my wisdom of doing the red sand buffer that way, but we can always fix it later, right? Theoretically, I could. Man, is it really taking that long for the red sand to get over here? I mean, I guess I had to make the whole journey over. Yep, it's finally getting here. Okay. Well, that's good. Here, I'm gonna just build this right there. And somebody made a comment that they prefer to put diagonal blocks here for stuff like this. And I think that's a good idea because gravity is better. So one less conveyor belt that it has to go on the stuff, and it kind of looks nice, don't you think? I think it looks nice, anyways. I want to do some fun stuff to make this thing look a little bit better. So we'll see if that happens. I don't know. I mean, I could do it right here, I think. Let's where is it? Here, number 9 on my. Let's go like that. Like, I can do that. I think that's okay. That looks pretty cool. We could do that right there. That looks nice as well. Yeah, there's all kinds of places I can do this to make it look a little bit prettier. We'll see if this is a mistake, but I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure. If you've been here before, you know that it's not. Let's see. Where's my launcher? Go like this. This is kind of filling the space-ish. I don't know if this is better or worse. I don't know. But hey, we do have some red sand, so it's finally growing here. Let's work on cleaning this up so we can just fully be done with that. And the sooner we can get rid of all these ugly conveyor belts down here, that would be kind of nice too. This is making me a little bit upset. Let's see. There we go. There. So now I should be able to finish this whole thing off. Man, even on max level, I could still use the rocket launcher to be a little bit faster. Could definitely use that. I'm really curious how many random things we hit. Yeah, look at there's so many loner little orphan pixels hanging out in the air. There we go. Finally, the red sand's filling up. I should go look and see how much regular sand I have there, because there was a fairly good amount. And while we're at it, let's just take a time to appreciate the drawing of this tree. Like, this is all handmade, man. That's amazing. Like, I couldn't do that. Those are individual pixels there. I mean, I know the brushes and all that, but still, it looks so good. I couldn't do that. I could never do that. Okay. Well, it appears that this is just unnecessary here because I'll never... I don't know. Maybe not, but... Yeah, okay, this is starting to fill up here. I think we can open this thing back up. And while I'm at it, I kind of want to do this. We're unleashing the second block height. I really want to see what happens here. We're at 4,200 gold. Oh, you know what? I can add some collectors. We're not desperate for performance yet. So let's see. Where is it? Here. Let's just count everything we have for now. We get to hear the little money noise. Okay. We're finally through our pedal problems for the moment, or like kind of close to it. I wish we had 6 more blocks worth of cinder. That would be nice, because I think that's probably my next failure point, is this spores is going to get full, and then we'll have to cut off the sand again. But it looks like our washer's working pretty effectively. No problems there, so that's exciting. I like this style. I wonder if a bunch more sand came through here, if the water would be overflowing this way, and maybe I'd have to move these pumps down. That probably wouldn't be the worst, but it kind of works right now because when sand falls down here, it actually pushes the water up here. It goes right over this filter, and so it kind of keeps this left side full. And so when the sand is washed the second it gets in here. It's worked really well. I like this. This looks like a potential problem. If this full 3 was going, which it looks like it's about to be. No, not quite. If the full 3 was going, I think we'd have too much slag building up here. Should we try it just for a second? Here, let's go like that. And right here, I'll go like this. Or better yet, go like that. There. Okay, full 3's gone. I'm really curious on the slag. And are we having any other catastrophic breakdowns? Spores might be an issue. Kind of seems like they might be. What if next time I turn this thing off, replace these conveyors with a block, like a diagonal block. Then that'll help them get into the water a little faster. We're not so reliant on conveyor belt speed, because that is usually what breaks us, you know. This thing is cruising right along. Look at that ball. That's awesome. This is so cool. This factory is working, guys. Honestly, for like episode 5 or whatever, this factory's working so well compared to all my other ones. It appears that we almost maybe have learned things. Red sand's building up. Very cool. I don't know that I'll turn it off, but yeah, here. Well, I guess I'm done congratulating myself. Let's finish mining this, and then we should look about getting some more regular sand in here, because I think we will finally have a bit of a buffer. Can I? Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna just add a launcher from down here, because I'm probably gonna keep using this for a while. Let's go like that. Okay. And do I need blocks on this side? It might prevent like all the falling issues. That's just unnecessary pixels moving, you know. Okay. There we go. I like that. So what do I want to do? I think let's go mining. Let's go mining for some wet sand. Oh, I had a little bit of lag there. That makes me think it might rain. Is it raining? No. I feel like I've gotten so unlucky with the amount of rain. And actually, speaking of that, what is my water situation? It is not great. Okay. Let's be smart about this. I'm gonna copy. We'll go down here and copy those. Not that I really need that many, but here. And then I think I can kind of get, oh man, what is my problem right now? There we go. I think I can get rid of this part right here. This water can overflow, and eventually it will start overflowing here, and then it can just fall down in here, but I don't think I really need this anymore. This whole thing is gonna catch the water down here. This is gonna be our spot for now, and I'll just not mine the sand until I really need it later on. Here I want to just get rid of the ugliness. So what is that? Pipe remover right here. Beautiful. I shouldn't say beautiful, more beautiful. I'm gonna flamethrower this stuff. I just want, the ice is annoying me. Go away, ice. Oh. There we go. Turn into water, go somewhere. Just not here. Okay. Rockets again. We're getting close to overflowing. Interesting. The water level's like right there. Now, let's see if this pile gets a lot bigger. Oh, so maybe this whole pit could be lower because this water can't create steam, duplicate it. I'm not getting the most efficiency for my duplication, I think is what I'm realizing here. So what if I went down like this? There. Now our water problem's solved for a while. Beautiful. How's the factory doing? We're almost done with pumping up the red sand, so let's go ahead and try to figure out a good way to get everything but wet sand out. If we Okay. If I turn this into an allow only, no. Ah. I don't know. I gotta move on. My brain's not working enough for that right now. Here we go. I'm not giving up on the idea. I'm sorry, guys. I definitely want to. But, did we burn through? Yeah, we did, pretty much. Oh, what's going on here? What is this? No. That was strange. Crazy. Huh. You guys saw that, right? Okay. Very strange. I think I'm gonna get rid of that. Because if I'm gonna throttle, it'll be up here. I don't need it stupidly throttled like that right there. Oh, and there's only one launcher coming from this way? That hurts. Let's fix that as well. Jeez. Did not think that through. There. And now I can do that. Okay. It's better, I guess. I apologize if that's been bothering you. Jeez. I set those things up so haphazardly right in the beginning and then just kind of forgot about it. You know, sometimes like if stuff's not totally broken, you know, it doesn't get attention. Squeaky wheel gets the grease, and that is so true. It is so true, especially in my factories. Like, there's so many things broken and wrong at any one time that it's just like whatever's most broken. That is what I'm focused on right now. Well, we cleaned that out pretty well, and interesting. I still haven't done much here, so let's see. If I go like this and like that and go there and throw this out, now I can build more launchers right behind it. Like this. And this is probably really crummy, so I'm gonna delete. No, that didn't work. Select, do that, and copy this side. And I should probably lift it up a little bit. That'll be fine, right? I don't know. This is definitely better than whatever I was doing. And now I can just go ahead and start clearing this out. And finally our mine won't be total chaos. Now that I have the triple shot, now that we have the rockets, I can... Oh, the weird lighting thing. Okay. Well, that's one more good reason to get this done then. Oh man, this place looks so much nicer cleaned out. There we go. There's a bunch of random pixels floating. Try to clean those. That's all good. I'm gonna leave that box for cinder. I might want it for something at some point, so now let's think. I think a conveyor, we're gonna have we're gonna be launching stuff from up here. It can go to about here and then up and then cycle back, or just to right here and then straight up? Yeah, let's do that. I'm gonna go right there. This is a very low uh, throughput design I gave myself. What if I went all the way up? Like that. There. Kind of sort of skip this step, but whatever. There, that's gonna at least get stuff moving from down here. Um, let's go check the factory. Jeez, I ran away and now I'm scared. Oh, look at this. We're out of water? Oh, dummy. I never hooked up the pipes. Ugh. Well, I guess this is why you check on your factory, right? There. Now this thing, we'll see if it ever can catch up. Yeah, look at this. We're getting a bunch of dry sand up here. That's bad. Bad news. Well, what do? Let's, I guess I'll probably block it off and, yeah, I'll block it off for now. We'll let this wet sand through, whatever. There's some random dry sand pixels in here, if I can catch them. Did I catch it? Yeah, I did. Nice. There. Toss it over here. I can cycle this stuff back through somehow without destroying myself, I think. Here, let's go like this. Like, oh. It can go right here. Like that. There. Get rid of that. And some launchers. Okay, this will fix the dry sand thing. At least for now. Let's go like that. Oh, wasn't ready. We're gonna do filter, allow only sand. So that's that should be a mistake that I hopefully don't make again. That's kind of where I'm at right now. And yeah, I guess I can do this. That'll at least let stuff through. Once I'm through with it, you know, I guess this can probably stay. I don't know. It's like an extra backup catch that eventually could also break, but whoa, look at the water situation now. What's going on here? Jeez. I'm gonna do this. That was annoying and crazy. Yeah, lots of breakage today. There. Finally fixed that though. I really don't understand it, but hopefully now that we have more water, as long as I never run out of water, that's never a problem, but you know I will. Like I'm apparently incapable. Where's the rain? I want to know. Have you ever seen the rain? Because I haven't. I'm told it's supposed to rain more. I built this umbrella. Oh, speak of the devil. And there it is. It's coming from right above that. That's cool. I can barely see it, but whew, finally. Just in time, rain. I just start talking smack and then it shows up. And it does look like a significant amount, so that's exciting. Red sand buffer, how are you doing? Pretty good. Pretty good, I would say. But still hasn't filled this up, so this thing really goes through it. That's kind of wild. I wonder if my limiting factor now Well, let's see. Spores got only half high. Okay, look. Here. Is this dry sand? Yep. Um, go over here. Okay. This, clearly there's some failure points here that I am not enjoying. That should... Ugh, that's frustrating. Because I want to get rid of this. Maybe I just do it, try to hand sand, get the junk out manually, and then maybe it'll be okay. Now that I got finally my first real rainstorm. Look at that, guys. There's still a ton of water up there. And I wonder, what is a reliable way to empty your buffer, your water buffer? Somebody tell me, because that that would be interesting to know. Here we've got some. There's a random wet spore, it seems. Yep, sure enough. There we go. Oh, what am I doing? This is tough. Picking all these little dry sand pixels. There. I wish I didn't have to do that. Maybe I could just let it flow over. That'll at least allow some of the random junk to go. Oh, this is a good way to do it. Wow. Okay. So that's like full speed factory there. Turns out the slag was not an issue. This burner is still keeping up just fine. What did I do? Oh. Okay. Forgot I did that. There we go. You know what I need no. That's not gonna work. What I really need is just more space. Or some sort of... I just need more space. Can I compress this a little bit? Move this whole thing up? Like, what if I did that and moved this up like that? That gives me more space for this part, which I think can't be a bad thing. This is almost like a dry sand buffer in a way. There we go. I don't want stuff to fall back. So what if I did that? That'll kind of keep it from doing that. What's going on now? Just junk getting stuck here. Jeez, I'm trying not to use my hands so much, but you know what I'm realizing is I need to throttle it like this, just so it's not sending too much wet sand that way, because that getting jammed up then doesn't let all the wet sand or dry sand build up. Man, that was such a big to do with running out of water. Ah. I could be done with that, you know. I don't need that in my life. Running out. Why is there... This is not a 100% effective washer, is it? So what do I do about that? Because this isn't really a viable long-term strategy either. I don't know, man. Oh, and look, like, okay, now I have wet sand over here. Is that from rain? This is confusing. Oh, it's falling down. Okay. We're getting a weird feedback loop here. That's not great. Jeez. Okay, so... This thing cannot handle throughput. Well, I said all those nice things about it earlier, and then now look at us. What if this was like, what if I kept the conveyor going this way? Is that a good idea? Like, I could put more launchers in here. I don't know. That's frustrating. That's really frustrating. What if... Here. You know what? I'm gonna do something. I need to find a place for this cinder. Let's do it right here. And I made this whole box, so I'm gonna copy paste, move it somewhere else. But I think I'm gonna make a big box for wet sand here. So let's do the copy paste here, like this. I'm gonna make a copy of it. I'm gonna move it somewhere else, just so I can reuse it later if I want. So, and in fact, it'll probably be like in this location, but I don't know. For now, I'm gonna change all of that to a allow only wet sand, like this. We'll go control there, and now I can overwrite this with the conveyor belts and get rid of all the stuff in between. That there, feeling good about that. Finally get some of this dry sand out of here. I need to figure out how to get all the junk out. That is what I need, and I'm gonna keep getting junk with the way this thing is set up right now, which is really unfortunate. Is this thing this thing got plugged up. That is frustrating. That is really frustrating. I'm gonna have so much dry sand coming back through. And now I need to build launchers. Maybe that's not a great spot for it. Yeah, it probably is. Let's do filters over here, which is block wet sand, allow everything else. We'll go like this, control, and then this will be my everything else bin, apparently. Go like that. And for now I can just go like this because it's never even gonna do anything until I get some of this wet sand out of here. Let's go. Man, I had such big plans and this is catastrophic pretty much. Okay, let's can I clean out some dry sand at least? There. I don't know what's going on with the water over here. That's a problem. Why is it so high? I don't get it. Do I need to move them down? Why don't I just move them down? I don't think it could hurt. Whoops. And do I copy these? There. Maybe this will do it. I don't know. But here I can help this stuff through. And I wonder how big our giant pink ball is now, guys. I kind of forgot that's why we're doing this, and there's It's probably a monster. Look at, because we're still cruising through that red sand over there. There, still got a good bit of dry sand that made it through. I wonder if that, is there a way to throttle it? I hate throttling, but you know, I wanted to break my factory, and the thing is, I didn't. I broke everything before the factory, which is not fun. I shouldn't say I haven't broke the factory, because maybe you guys are seeing something I haven't. Oh, right here. Can finally install these launchers. That definitely would have been an issue if I hadn't. Oh, no. There was a reason for that, which is I didn't have lava. Ah, okay. Well, we're in a sticky situation then, friends, because I need to go find lava to make this thing move any faster. And I'm kind of thinking right now. Whoa. Game is struggling. Wonder why. That's weird. Kind of need to go find lava. So I think what we should do is let this thing work itself out, if it can. I don't think I want to send anything else through for now. We'll just let it burn through, but we can go do some exploring while this is going on. Oh, okay, now I know why the game is lagging. Woo, my friends, look at that. We definitely have to clean this up. And then I still want to go spelunking a little bit today. At least. I know it's probably be a little bit longer of an episode, but that's okay. I've been shorting you guys a little bit too, so here. Paid forward. Yeah, so if you guys didn't know, when the ball gets this big, it can be very very hard on the simulation. You don't want to build a ball this huge, but I apparently did, and we're gonna fix that. This is crazy. I've never, this is, like, I'm serious. I've never, ever made a fluxite ball this huge. And I wasn't even trying to. This is just over the course of an hour or less. Just me yakking over there, trying to do stuff, having catastrophic failure, and this is this is crazy. Look at that. It made it all the way up over here. Oh man. Well, I think it'll be exciting. I think I can maybe throttle the allow wet sand filters that are at the very start of the factory, and I can throttle them by stuffing them with gold a little bit, and then we can get a second one of these things going, and I think we can hook them up. But you know, of course, like I said, we still need to do some exploring to go find some more lava, which I'm gonna assume is at the bottom of the mine, but I don't know. We'll see. I'm hoping. Guy can dream. That's definitely the direction I'm gonna aim, so. There we go. Tree is kind of, sort of, mostly complete. And just to take stock, look at that. We're at 16,000 gold and almost 19,000 fluxite. Let's go ahead and buy everything, apparently. Yeah. Like, I'm doing the upgrades. I never do quick dig shovel, but I just did because we absolutely can. And I'm noticing, okay, we have our extended flamethrower range. Now let's go check out our research. We can finish this baby off. Can't do that one. Can't do that one. We can buy the grappling hook. We did it. And we can buy lights Beautiful. And drones. All right. Awesome. We we are crushing it this episode as far as upgrades. Faster Flux Emanator, man, that changed my life there. Look at that. I actually burned through a lot of the fluxite there. That's crazy. We went through that much that quick. Wow, and I still have some red sand coming in. Here, I'm gonna do this. We're gonna block it off, and then so next episode I can be like, hey, why is no sand coming through? Right there, my friends. I can clean this out a little bit just as I go down, but remember, my ultimate goal is down. But I can probably take advantage of the old filter trick while I'm here. Look at that. Cleaned it out. That looks so much better. That looks so much better. So I apologize to anyone who's been dying while I do all this. There we go. That's nice. So nice to finally have the upgraded gun. That is just so nice. I'm gonna leave that. I know I'm talking about cleaning it all up, but I want to find more lava, right? And we don't really need this water, so here I just kind of want to see, making sure there's nothing under here that we need to be looking at. Let's take it, just follow the bottom here. Or is there gonna be some random crack stone, you know? You never know. It looks like maybe over there on the right side of the screen you can see that looks like that might be a good place to go down. Whoa. Yeah. Look at that. Woo. We are cruising through now. There. Come on, lava. I believe that we can do it. But yeah, man, killing that giant fluxite ball sure made a difference on the old CPU flames. It is running way better now. I didn't even realize it because I was just doing slow stuff, you know. And here we go. Ooh, ooh, this is fun. If I do find lava, you know what I'm doing? I am absolutely just using drones to haul them out. Haul out my cinder is definitely what I'm doing. There we go. There's a spike. Okay, no, nothing there really. This is a huge cave. Just kind of following the outlines here. You know me. Okay. Look at that. This is crazy. I do love the triple shot gun though. Look at this. Fully upgraded gun. Just makes this a way more interesting experience. There. Let's go down this way. Found some red sand. That's cool. Suppose I should bust out the old rockets though. Point them. Ooh, there we go. Very nice. Let's crush it. I know we're running long here, but I'm hooked, my friends. This game is so addictive. That looks. I love these mushrooms. They look so good. There. I'm gonna assume. There. Man, this is a huge area too. That's wild. This is awesome. I I am having so much fun. I really hope people watch this episode because I love the exploring. I love the mining. I'm under the impression that everything is fine up above me because I just turned it off. So I guess we'll know if if it starts chugging really hard. That at least our fluxite ball has gotten out of control again. There, look at that. We almost made it back to whatever mining I did over here. Is it gonna touch? Yeah, I think it is. Very nice. Well then, this is a massive underground area. That's crazy. Let's melt it. It's just for fun. Look at that. Where are we? Okay. I made it here, what, in episode 2? Something like that. I feel like there's going to be crackstone or something underneath here. Right? Maybe? That'd be really cool if there was. Whoa. Here, just trying to... What do you think, what kind of chaos do you think this steam is going to cause? Post your thoughts down below. I feel like there's probably a lot to comment on this episode because a lot has happened. Didn't really build... I still don't have a really viable solution to what to do with the non-spore or non-sand stuff. So maybe the real answer is filtering it out before it even gets to what we had there. That might be the real answer. Because, yeah, somebody pointed out in the comments that the only input available to my factory other than wet sand is spores, wet spores, which so many other things could possibly, you know, like get in there. So, so it is definitely not like if you guys remember back to my Titan X factory, that was one long line, and like there was a way I had the giant recycle loop, and everything could theoretically get back to where it's supposed to go. In this one, I don't have that built, and like maybe later on I need to build like sort of a factory after the factory, you know, like it's a game show, you know, or something like that, that can handle all the random junk that still gets through. But like these things could potentially handle a lot, you know what I mean? So here, is there anything up this way? Nope. Man. So where did this come from? Way over there, huh? Wow, this is such a massive, this is massive. This is so much sand. This is fun. I kind of want to see if there's like, oh, there is right there. Look, there's crackstone right there. Where am I? We're under the tree. All right, we made it back to the surface, and we can blow the lid on this popsicle stand. And we have a way to get all that stuff out. But you know what? I still didn't find any lava, which I thought for sure I would. So now I'm like, well, where could it be? It's not gonna be right here. It's not gonna be up here. Now I'm gonna have to figure out, okay, well, I guess I already sort of have the infrastructure to get sand out right here, but now it makes me wonder what the deciding factor of which direction to send stuff should be. I don't know, but let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. You know I love reading them. Let's go take a look at our, look at that ridiculous fluxite ball, and look, our petals are overflowing. Oh, and look at this. The spore washer broke. What is going on? We're not out of water. Jeez. Okay, well, I said I wanted to break it, and here we have done that. I need to contemplate how I'm going to fix this. Um, oh boy, what a mess. But look at that. At least the wet spores didn't overflow. It could have been worse, friends. It could have been worse, which is pretty much always my answer. Dang, that's disappointing. Well, it's a good thing I turned the factory off when I did. We need to. Apparently, the answer is to answer my question from the start of this episode. This factory has many failure points, and that happens when you go full load, let it rip. Um, wow, this is rough. I don't know how I'm gonna ever fix this, but now we know we definitely need to throttle it. We definitely need to throttle it. So I think that's what we're gonna do at the start of the next episode. Writing it down right now. Throttle this thing. But that. You know what? That's good to know, and it means that we get to figure out how we can successfully tile this thing, and that's going to mean figuring out the red sand drop and getting everything else through, crossing streams. That is going to be our next episode for sure. What a mess I have created for myself here, friends. And so I want to thank you so much for watching. If you appreciated this episode, make sure you leave a like down below. And make sure you leave a comment, because that's really what I want. And make sure that you subscribe if you haven't already. But I really want to hear your guys' thoughts on this one. So if you made it this far, please do that. Leave a like to let me know you appreciated it. And on that note, I'll quit repeating myself. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. I have been Trimbark Tree, and I'll see you in the next one.